Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And today, my name is Justin Duvall. Today I'll be talking about domestic violence. Hi everyone, my name is Tom. I'm from here in northern Kentucky. That's where I work, McDonald's. Nice little picture there. Yeah, I work usually down there by the counter. I'm a college student. Well, kind of take part-time community college classes online on my computer. I work part-time here at McDonald's. Talking about fire me, but they're probably all talking today. This is my best friend here, the Xbox. I play it all the time. My favorite thing to do usually is when I sit around the apartment. This is my two favorite games here. I play this one here on my laptop, World of Warcraft, and this one's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. They just came out with it, and I love it. I play it all the time. This is my domain. This is usually where I sit. See, I sleep here, and I play games here. I usually have my two laptops set up so that I can check my scores on this one and play the game on this one. But other than that, this is my beautiful girlfriend, Jenny. She goes to NKU over there, and she's a smart one. She's a pre-law student. We live in an apartment just off campus, so she doesn't have to pay no housing. I told her as long as she just pays the rent in the apartment, I'll save her from the housing and stuff. So she pays the rent, and we just live there pretty happily right off campus. She's the best, top in all her classes. She's a law student. She wants to be a lawyer and go to Harvard and live the American dream. And I told her that's great. And these are her teachers there. I put it in the magazine there. But Jenny's she's not the brightest one when it comes to relationships. So I had to lay down some rules every now and then, just to make sure I keep her under my wing. Rule number one is that she doesn't need to be texting or calling no guys on her phone. And that they don't need to be calling any of that. And when you're hanging out with me, you don't need to talk to your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one rule there that I have about the phone. Not a big deal. I think it's pretty fair. Number two, she needs to be home 20 minutes after she gets out of class. She doesn't need to be diddle-daddling, talking to no boy. She needs to get home and do her studying and hang out with me, because that's what she needs to be doing. And rule number three, no going out. Not unless I want to go and maybe bring her along. But she doesn't need to be going out. I'm getting mixed up in that drunk mess that they call parties. Only I need to be doing that. I'm not a lawyer. I don't need to worry about all that. But she does. These are Jenny's friends that she has. I don't really like them all that much. There's Jenny up there. In the first place. I like Jenny. See, they told Jenny that she needed to live the college life and that she wasn't living it and going out enough. And I told her that she's not supposed to go out. Well, see, one night I was home. I was playing my Xbox, right? I was having a Call of Duty marathon, and the phone rings. And it's Jenny. And she's on the phone, and she says that she's had some alcohol, and she's at some party with her friends, and she wants me to come pick her up because she feels guilty. I told her not to go to the party. I told her not to go! Alright, back to reality for a little bit here. Obviously, Tom and Jenny don't have the healthiest relationship in the world. Tom's a little bit controlling, a little bit of a house bum. He obviously spends most of his time doing a little bit of work here at McDonald's, and then he'll go home and get on World of Warcraft or Call of Duty and go away. He's probably failing his classes on his online college and stuff like that. And Jenny is what I like to call trapped. I call this situation a trap. She has nowhere else to go but home because he's laid down these rules and he's enforced them. Now, from this point in the story, they went home and none of her friends ever saw Jenny again. Jenny never went to graduation. She never got to give that big old speech. Jenny never made it over to Harvard. Jenny never got to be a lawyer and live her dream in the courtroom. Jenny never got the American dream. This is where Jenny is now. This situation is more serious than anyone will ever know. It's not talked about on campuses. It's not talked about in high schools. but it's there, and it can happen to anyone. And matter of fact, it's probably happening around you right now. People you know, people you love, and people you couldn't stand seeing yourself going one day without are walking down Jenny's path. Gentlemen, imagine with me for just a second. Gentlemen of the room. Imagine you have yourself a baby daughter. She's your pride and joy. She comes. She's a daddy's girl. She always wants to hang out with you. You raise her up just to be your baby girl. You know her as your baby girl. You can't wait to get home from work to play with her. Now imagine her, your baby girl, grown up, and now she's in Jenny's shoes. Some lowlife is not comfortable enough with his self-esteem. He doesn't believe in himself enough that he has to lay hands on her, on your baby girl, to feel like a man. Women, same question. Imagine yourself, your baby girl, daughter after your own heart. You see yourself in her eyes. She grows up, she's in Jenny's shoes. The biggest problem with domestic violence right now is that it's happening all around us and no one seems to acknowledge it. No one seems to talk about it. It's not a thing that people just go around speaking about. Nearly 1 in 4 women in the United States report experiencing violence by a current or former spouse or boyfriend at some point in her life. So it's not being talked about, but this stat right here proves to us that it's there. 1 in 4 women in the United States. And these stats are as of this year. Domestic violence is the leading cause of injury to women between the ages of 15 and 44 in the United States. So we've seen the classic movies on Lifetime, and we've heard the stories of these middle-aged women who get trapped in these abusive marriages with their rich husbands. And yes, things are being done about it, but it's still recurring. Here, I'm talking about it happening with this number right here, 15. At age 15, you're a freshman in high school. You see your boyfriend or girlfriend 3 to 4 times a week on average. And women are reporting domestic violence leading to injury at these ages. Another misperception that people get from this whole situation is, well, it's not really happening around my area. It's happening, and it sucks that it's happening, but it's not happening around me. And it's not. When would it ever happen in college? Approximately 1 in 5 female high school students, 1 in 5, report being physically and or sexually abused by a dating partner. So, in high school, remember I said 3 to 4 times a week you're hanging out with your boyfriend. In high school, they're being sexually and physically abused by their dating partners. In 2008, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention published data collected in 2005 that finds that women experience 2 million injuries a year from an intimate partner. That's 2 million broken bones, bruises on the face, concussions, lacerations, or any injury that comes from a sexual assault. So the next question that we have to ask